Tunuştuğunuzga rahmet. Elçi Braunbeck efendimge, Devlet İşleri Katibi Pompeo efendimge, şundakla meni bu yerge teklif kılgan hemminglarga rahmet.
Thank you for the introduction. Thank you, Ambassador Braunbeck, Secretary Pompeo, and others for inviting me to here to speak today.
Hürmetli hanımlar, efendiler, etkilelikler hayırlık olsun.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Mening ismim Tahir Hamud. Ben bir şair hem rejissor. Ben Şinjan Uyghur Avtonom rayonida tug'ilgan. Bu rayonning ismi asli Sharqiy Turkiston.
My name is Tahir Hamud. I am a poet and film director. I was born in Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, an area previously known as East Turkestan.
Uyg'urlar Türkiye millet bulup İslam diniga e'tiqod qiladi. 1949 yildan boshlab Xitoy kommunistik hokimiyati Uyg'urlarga qarata qabih siyosiy harakatlarni yurgizib keldi.
Uyghurs are a Turkic people with Islamic faith. Since 1949, the Chinese Communist Party has launched brutal political campaigns targeting them.
Uyg'urlar orasida menga o'xshash o'zining milliy kimligi yoki diniy e'tiqodi tufaylidan ziyonkashlikka uchragan kishilar nihoyat ko'p. Men bugun bu yerda Uyg'urlarning qanday qo'rqinch va vahim ichida yashayotganligini sizlarga bayon qilmoqchi.
Uyghurs, like myself, have been persecuted and have suffered because of their ethnicity and religious beliefs. I am here today to tell you about how the Uyghur population is now living in horror.
2016 yılının ahırdan başlap Xitoy hükümeti Uyghur rayonunu bir saqchi davlatiga va üstü uçup türmege aylandırdı.
Since late 2016, China has turned the Uyghur region into a police state and open prison.
Xitoy hükümeti sun'iy idrak, ovoz va chiroy tunish texnikasi, umumyuzlik telefon tekshirish, DNA avrishkisini majburiy yig'ish qatorliq yuqori texnikalik taqib sistemasi orqali Uyg'urlarning kundalik hayotini nazorat qilmoqda.
The Chinese government is using advanced surveillance technologies such as AI, voice and face recognition, mass surveillance of cell phones, and forced DNA collection to control Uyghurs' daily lives.
Uyg'urlarning diniy e'tiqodi mislsiz cheklanmaga uchramoqda. Xitoy hukumati diniy kitoblarni ko'ydiydi va yig'ib oldi. Masjidlarni chaqdi. Burun qonunliq bo'lgan diniy faoliyatlar endi qonunsiz jinoyatga aylanib, Uyg'urlarni jazolashning bahonasi bo'ldi.
There are unprecedented restrictions on the religious lives of Uyghurs. The government has confiscated and burned religious books and demolished mosques. Religious activities that were once legal are now illegal and an excuse for persecution.
Xitoyning milliy zulmi Uyg'urlarning o'chmanligini va erkinlikka bo'lgan intilishini texnik kuchaytirdi.
China's oppression of Uyghurs based on their ethnicity has led to a growing resentment and desire for freedom among my people.
11 sentabr voqeasidan keyin Xitoy hukumati terrorlikqa qarshi turishni bahona qilib, Uyg'urlarni bostirishni texnik kuchaytirdi. Afsuslanarligi, xalqaro jamiyatning sukut qilishi Xitoyning bu bostirishlarini hassilab oshirib o'tdi.
China intensified this repression after 9/11 under the name of fighting against terrorism. The international community's silence on China's actions has emboldened China to double down on its oppression.
Xitoy hukumati Uyg'urlarni qayta tarbiyalash o'rni deb ataladigan jazo lagerlariga qamadi. Navbatda 1 milliondan ortiq Uyg'ur shu xildagi lagerlarda tutib turilmoqda. Echinishliqi bu kishilarning jinoyatining nima ekanligi, nada tutib turilayotganligi, qandaq bir taraf qilinganligi va qachon qo'yib berilganligi aniq emas. Kishilarning bu lagerlarda ko'plab kasal bo'layotganligi va o'lib ketayotganligi oshkorlanyapti.
The Chinese government has also sent Uyghurs to so-called re-education camps, which are concentration camps. Currently, more than 1 million Uyghurs are held in these camps. There is no due process. No one knows why they are detained, where they are kept, if or when they will be released. We hear that people are suffering from illness and dying in these camps.
Xitoy hukumatining Uyg'urlarni diniy jihatdan bostirishi hatto chet ellarga kengaydi. O'tgan yili Misr Azhar universitetidan xohlagancha tutilib, Xitoyga qaytirib ketilgan Uyg'ur o'quvchilarning hozirgacha izdirki yo'q.
China's religious persecution of Uyghurs has reached beyond its borders. Uyghur students from Azhar University in Egypt were arbitrarily detained and returned to China last year. Their whereabouts are still unknown.
Xitoy hukumatining Uyg'urlarni diniy jihatdan bostirishi mana mushundaq ig'ir holat tutmoqda.
So the persecution, religious persecution of Uyghurs are so much in their situation.
Men 1996-yili Turkiyaga o'qishga chiqmoqchi bo'lib, sazgur materiallarni chegirdan elib chiqmoqchi bo'lgan degan batnom bilan tutilib, 3 yillik emgak bilan tarbiyalashga hukm qilingan. Shu chaqda men turgan emgak bilan tarbiyalash o'rnida jazolanayotgan 350 ga yaqin mahbusning mutlaq ko'pi Uyg'ur bo'lib, bularning taxminan 230 ni siyosiy jinoyatchi, ya'ni o'zini siyosiy ko'z qarashi yoki diniy e'tiqodi tufaylidan jazolanayotganlar edi.
In 1996, I was detained when I was leaving China to study in Turkey and sentenced to 3 years in a labor camp on a false charge of trying to provide sensitive materials to overseas separatist forces. At that time, there were about 350 prisoners at the camp I were served. The majority of them were Uyghurs, and about 230 were political prisoners charged for their religious beliefs or political views.
Jaza muddatim to'shib qo'yib berilganda o'qituvchilik xizmatimdan allaqachon ayrilib qolgan edim. Shuningdan boshlab men Xitoy hukumati menga dushmanlik bilan muomala qiladigan rejim ostida yashashga majbur bo'ldim.
When I was released, I had lost my teaching job. I had to live in a country in which the regime viewed me as an enemy.
2009-yili 5-iyulda Urumchida Xitoy kuchlarining Uyg'urlarga qartilgan cho'ng qirg'inchiligi yuz berdi. Shu yil 3-sentabrda Xitoy ko'chmanlari Urumchi ko'chalariga chiqib, Uyg'urlarga keng ko'lamda hujum qildi. Men ularning hujumiga uchrab ig'ir yaralandim. Urib o'ltirib etilgan, doktorxonalarda o'lib ketgan va ig'ir yaralangan Uyg'urlarni o'z ko'zim bilan ko'rdim.
On July 5, 2009, the Chinese government brutally suppressed Uyghurs with armed force in Urumqi. On September 3rd, Chinese migrants attacked Uyghurs on the streets. I witnessed Uyghurs being severely injured, hospitalized, and even beaten to death. I myself was severely beaten and injured.
2017-yili martdan boshlab Uyg'urlarning pasportlari yig'ib olindi. Chet elga chiqqanlar va ishonchli emas deb chekit qo'yilganlar turkum-turkumlab tutqun qilinib, jazo lagerlariga qamilishga boshladi.
In March 2017, the government confiscated the passports of Uyghurs. Uyghurs with a history of international travel were labeled as untrustworthy, detained, and sent to concentration camps.
2017-yil avgustda men qizimni davolataman deb oilam bilan birga chet elga qochib chiqdik.
In August 2017, my family and I were able to leave the country to seek medical treatment for my daughter.
Biz bir oila Amerikaga chiqib uzun o'tmay bizning o'chilish uchun saqchilar ayolimning 2 inisini tutqun qildi. Shundaqdimi men Uyg'ur rayonida ko'rgan va bo'layotgan ahvollarni xalqaro taratqularga oshkorladim. Shu sababdan mening bir inim tutqun qilindi.
Soon after we arrived to the United States, local police detained 2 of my brothers-in-law in retribution. Despite this, I still shared what I had seen in the Uyghur region with international media. This has led to the detention of one of my brothers.
Xuddi chet eldagi barliq Uyg'urlarga o'xshash, mening urug' tuqqanlarim bilan bo'lgan aloqam butunlay uzildi. Hozir ularning o'lik yoki tirik ekanligini bilmayman.
Like all other Uyghurs living in exile, I cannot contact with my relatives at home. I don't know whether they are alive or not.
Shuningga ishonamanki, xuddi natsistlar Yahudilarni qirg'in qilgandek, Xitoy hukumatining Uyg'urlarni jazo lagerlarida keng ko'lamda qirg'in qilish ehtimolligi bor.
I believe the Chinese government is likely to carry out mass killings of Uyghurs in concentration, like the Nazis did to Jewish people.
Shunga men xalqaro jamiyatni, ya'ni har qaysi davlat hukumatlarini va tashkilotlarni Uyg'urlarning ahvoliga yaqindan diqqat qilishga va ko'ngil bo'lishga, Xitoy hukumatini Uyg'urlarning kishilik huquqlariga hurmat qilishga undashga, hamda Uyg'urlarning diniy e'tiqodi va milliy kimligiga kafolatlik qilib, o'z taqdirini o'zi belgilash huquqini qo'llashga chaqiraman.
In closing, I call on the international community, governments and organizations to pay close attention to and raise their concerns about the Uyghur situation, urge the Chinese government to respect Uyghurs' human rights, and support the protection of Uyghurs' religious and ethnic identities and self-determination.
Hammanglar rahmat.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Jamie and Tahir, for your testimony and eyewitness of what we are about stopping. is that people being persecuted for their faith, they're doing simple things of just practicing their own faith or doing tasks that they're helping society. We want to see that people are free to do those things. It's a simple ask. It's a good thing for a country, and that's what we need to be about, and that's what we are about. Thank you both very much. Let's give them another round of applause again. Thank you very much.